Hi guys, welcome back to weight loss update number 35. So I'm Elizabeth, thanks for joining me. Let's get into what this week was like. So finally, you guys, my back is starting to feel like a little bit better. So this week I really had to restrain myself and took it just really easy so that it could heal. And so I have not started exercising yet. I really took this week off, but I am feeling really good. So tomorrow morning starts my exercising again. So I am ready to get back into it. I am gonna take it unbelievably uber slow. I'm starting with my legs. I'm gonna do some leg machines, and then 2 days after that I'm gonna do that aerobic machine, and I'm gonna just keep doing that aerobic machine. I'm just gonna keep varying between those two for a little while I play around with how my back does. So I'm not in a huge rush. I do not want an injury again. I do not want to re-injure it, so I am going to have to be really careful, but it is feeling a lot better. I'm going to see how it does this week, and so I'm really excited about that. I have been able to kind of resume some of the chores again. It's the dishes. The dishes are really rough on my back. I don't know why that is, because that's my job. And here's something that I'm learning about myself that has really thrown like a wrench in the weight loss so many times in the past. I'm noticing some of my habits of behavior, and it's not things that I didn't necessarily know, but it was so highlighted with this, like it's at the forefront of my mind right now. But I have an issue where I'm a very clean person. My house has to be clean or I feel very crazy and I don't feel right. And so to have a productive day and get anything done, my house has to be clean. Everything has to be kind of just so. I'm probably a little bit on the OCD side. I'm definitely a perfectionist. I'm a little type A. So what happens is when the kitchen is not clean, I have trouble going in there, because I'll go in there and clean the whole thing. And pretty soon I was going in there. This is when I'm not injured. Okay. This is normal time when I'm not injured. I'll go in there to eat or to make my food, and I'm cleaning instead. And all of a sudden I'm on, I'm on the floor, scrubbing baseboards or scrubbing, under the cabinet area, really deep cleaning things, wiping out my fridge or something, cleaning things that don't necessarily need to be cleaned all the time. And that's what happens when I go in there. So I've been working really hard, especially these past 8 months while I've been actively losing weight, to keep the kitchen really clean so that I could go in there, make the food, and focus more on the food than the cleaning. Okay. And so not being able to clean, it's I almost have to just not go in there. And then I'm at the mercy of other people making me food. I'm kind of at the mercy of other people making me food anyway, like I've been talking about, because it hurts to make the food. So I really haven't been doing very well with making dinners or making my food during the day. And so this week was still a little bit like that, because I was still just really recovering this last week. And now that it's feeling so much better, I have everything situated. My kitchen is clean, it's tolerable, and it just has to stay that way for me to be able to focus on the food. What happens is I revert back to some of the habits that I had for years and years. This is my habit and this is what I struggle with. And it's one of the biggest things that keeps me overweight or keeps me even gaining weight. It's opposite of what I think a lot of people would think. It's not overeating. It's not eating out. It's not indulging and just gorging yourself with food. My problem is that I either forget to eat or I just don't. I just don't eat too long. Then I'm really hungry, but I'm not motivated to go into the kitchen and I'm not motivated to make anything. So I'll grab something really quick. In the past, it's been really easy, a granola bar, in the pantry. But I'll still be hungry. So then all of a sudden I've eaten 3 granola bars, instead of any actual real food. And so that's been my problem prior to these 8 months of losing weight. That would be kind of my eating routine. I just wake up and eating just wasn't a priority, and I just wouldn't think about it until I've gone way too long into the afternoon. Now I need something. Now I need a quick snack to you know, get myself perked up again, feeling good, not feeling sluggish or low energy. And then I'd have like dinner, but it's not a good habit of eating. You know what I mean? It's not really taking care of myself. I wasn't eating enough protein. So I'm very like aware of that, because not being able to make the food, I'm kind of falling back into that same thing, because I'm kind of like, I kind of have to beg whoever's home with me, like, hey, will you make me something, you know? And that's hard, because everybody that's home has chores, they've got schoolwork, they've got things they've got to do, and so they have to take time, you know, out of their stuff to like make me food. And so it's been hard. It's been just a hard month. It's been a hard system. I don't know. So I'm feeling really happy that I'm feeling better. So good news is I did 1 day of protein sparing modified fasting this week. And so we're going to be having an Eat With Me day come out soon. I don't know exactly when. So let's talk a little bit about that in this video so we can kind of talk about it. So I had done my research. I had to get a little bit of supplies for it. I don't have them with me. Shoot. I'll have to talk about that in the Eat With Me day. I'll show you everything. And so what I'm doing is there's this channel. Her name is, her channel name is Keto Rewind. And I really enjoy her channel. I really love it. One of you guys recommended it to me, and she has been doing for a couple of years now, I think maybe almost like 3 years or so, like weekly weight loss updates like I'm doing. And so she's almost to her goal weight, which is super cool. And I've really liked her channel. I haven't done a whole lot of searching, but I haven't come across very many other channels that are doing like weekly weight loss updates like I am. So yeah, I'm sure they're out there. I just haven't looked. But yeah, I'm just really was excited to find her channel. I've really been enjoying it. But anyway, that's where I got protein sparing modified fasting from, because I watched some videos on her doing it. And then I decided to do like some additional research to just really try to understand what it is. I still don't feel like super proficient at it. I still don't feel like I can teach on it yet. Like I'm still needing to really like practice it more, or like understand it better, because on the other research that I've done, so I was like going off of her video. She's got several videos on her interpretation of doing it. And so that's what I did. I just did it like her. And so I was thinking that it was just like a day here or there that you would do, that you wouldn't do it like all of the time, because it's really low calorie. And so you'd just do like a day here or there to kind of keep your metabolism revving and kind of keep kickstarting your weight loss. And that's what she's done. And she has had really good success having some weight drop from doing that. So I was thinking you would just do 1 day of it, and then you do your regular eating on other days. And I thought, cool, so I can combine that with Shrimp Healthy Mama. I can see if that's better than a fuel pull day that I've done. I have featured that and an Eat With Me on this channel already, so definitely check those out if you're curious. And then I do want to do an upcoming thing where we kind of compare the two, maybe like in the same day, like, okay, if I was doing fuel pull, this is what I would do. If I was doing protein sparing modified fasting, this is what I would do. So I kind of want to combine them both in like an Eat With Me day. So that hopefully will be coming up soon. I haven't filmed it yet, but that's still kind of my intention, to kind of compare the two and then see which one does best for my body and see which one I want to stick with. And maybe I'll stick with a week where I do fuel pulls, a week where I do, you know, protein sparing modified fasting, or maybe I do one of them each week or something like that. So I'm trying to do 2 full days a week of something different than the S&E eating, something that just kind of keeps switching things up a little bit. So anyway, so I was going off of her videos of just doing like a day, you know, twice a week or something like that. Well, when I did some research of it, it looks like protein sparing modified fasting is actually something where you would do and you would like stay on it. Maybe even with the help of a physician, like they would monitor you and monitor it, and you would stay with it up to like 6 months and try to drop like a lot of weight. So it looks like that's another way to do it. So I guess you can probably do it both ways successfully. I'm not looking to be that low cal for any length of time. I just want to do it for a day here or there. I have done HCG in the past. I've talked about that a lot on this channel. And HCG is literally super low cal, like 500 calories a day. You have to do it in cycles. I don't totally remember. It's been quite a few years. But you don't stick with it for super long. Like you do a cycle of it and then you have to take specific breaks, and then you could do another cycle if you want. And ultimately, I did not like that. I felt like I was starving, and I felt like it really hurt my body more so. It hurt my metabolism. We definitely gained weight like back after that. So it was just kind of a mess. I feel like it really messed up my husband's hormones. And so yeah, I'm not a fan of the HCG diet. So I'm not a fan of anything that would be low calorie for a prolonged period of time. So when I move forward with doing protein sparing modified fasting, I'm going to just do like a day here or there. So yeah, so coming up we're going to try to do that. We're also going to try to do the fuel cycling. So I wanted to feature some of the Eat With Me days from those 2 weeks of doing that fuel cycling. That's coming up here soon. So yeah, I have some interesting things happening in the month of November of, you know, what we plan to do. And I'm just going to keep trying, but I'm super excited to get back kind of into weight loss mode, into exercising mode, into being able to like at least pay attention to the food I'm eating. Like I'm back. I am back. So this week is going to be a lot different where I'm really like working it, really doing it. I do have some videos coming out. I'm going to start some Eat With Me's where we do some fall food, where we do some fall Eat With Me days of just chilies and apple pie sippers and pumpkin stuff, and just I wanted to have a couple Eat With Me days like that. I also have a video coming out where we're going to talk about all the Trim Healthy Mama like fall different kind of recipes that you can make, things that remind me of fall. And so I have that coming out soon. And so I'm doing a couple of those Eat With Me days, a couple weeks of that, and pretty soon I'm going to get ready here to start an actual fuel cycle. I've got to get that 2-week cycle in before Thanksgiving hits, because Thanksgiving is going to hit. I am on just that day, just Thanksgiving Day. I'm not going to worry about the plan. Yeah, I'm going to acknowledge the holiday because I've done that. I've done that many, many years. So this year, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to do the holiday, get right back on plan afterwards, and that's why I'm doing the fuel cycle ahead of time so that I can just feel like okay about it, feel good about my choices, feel like no, you're not going to just gain a ton of weight just from doing this. I have before. So I was doing, I think it was probably HCG, one of the years I was really working on losing weight. And when you're in weight loss mode, it can really go up and down and up and down and up and down. Like, so I had the Thanksgiving dinner, and literally the next morning I stepped on the scale and I was 10 pounds heavier. Like I gained 10 pounds overnight. And that's when I really learned and realized like the scale can fluctuate, because obviously it was water weight, it was probably inflammation, it was not like fat, but you do feel it, you know what I mean? You still feel it in your body feels bloated, you feel bigger. So and then to see that on the scale, it was just so disheartening, like, oh my gosh, because it doesn't instantly come back down either. So I had to like almost feel like I had to re-lose that weight. Even if I wasn't like re-losing all that fat, I still had to like do what I needed to do and watch the weight come back down. So yeah, I'm going to do the fuel cycle ahead of time, but it's a little bit complicated. We have out of town family coming in a week. There's the busyness factor, and I don't know how to cut that down anymore and still keep up with the things that I absolutely like have to keep up with, which is homeschooling, which is just different things. So it's busy. It is really, really busy, but I'm feeling really good about at least being back with my back, you know, and at least feeling good there and being able to acknowledge the holidays, not in pain, and to be able to continue to go exercise. I am so excited about that. I am so excited to be able to go exercise again. So that is super, super good. So yeah, I think that's about it. If you want to know more about protein sparing modified fasting, or you're interested in the Trim Healthy Mama Fuel Pull cycle, a 2-week cycle, or you're interested in the Fuel Pull days, definitely keep checking on this channel. Those videos will be out soon. Fuel Pull days is already out, so you can go ahead and watch those. And so I'm hoping to be able to show everything really well. And if you need something in the meantime before those videos come out, definitely check out Keto Rewind. I really like her channel, and she's been doing a lot with protein sparing modified fasting on her channel as well. So, oh goodness. Thank you guys so much for joining me. As always, take care. Bye-bye.
We start to sail along these ocean waves. Nobody knows how to find us. It's turning out to be a perfect day. I just wanna leave our normal lives behind us. So let's get lost out here. No one else out here. Find ourselves out here.